Okay, time for the SMX medical update. We bring in Dr. Joe McGinley from the McGinley Clinic, backing a lot of different teams and riders in the paddock. We're going to once again talk about collarbones. Last week, we had the hero ride from Sasha Coonan to win Southwick. He did get it plated and was able to race MXGP in the UK and do pretty well. Finished 10-5 in his two motos. Not bad a couple of days after surgery. Now, Joe Shimoda also broke his collarbone at Southwick, was not able to race Spring Creek. But as always, our guy Lars Lindstrom went to the press conference after Spring Creek and gave very good detail as to why he couldn't race. What did you hear when you heard that, Doctor?
Yeah, we were seeing the two extremes from a first-time fracture, getting it plated and getting back out there in Coonan, and with Shimoda, again, he's had a plate on there, and they ended up identifying a fracture under the plate. So if you listen to Lars, there's a little bit of a back and forth in getting that identified. Believe it or not, that's not uncommon in medicine. We see that frequently, but they did ultimately see a fracture under the plate. So that's great that they identified it. They know there's a fracture. It looks like they're going to take the approach of letting that heal and letting that heal up naturally. The biggest concern, though, is stability moving forward. The fact that that broke means that there was some motion around that bone. They didn't mention anything about the hardware being fractured or anything, but that can happen. It is a stainless steel plate. But we've seen riders that have broken plates, that have had fatigue failure of plates in the past along the collarbone. So it's just something to watch out for throughout the rest of the season.
Okay, I have a question about the plate itself. Is it a complication or is it actually an advantage that he already had it plated? Like, say it's broken, it sounded like they had a difficult time diagnosing this and finding the fracture itself, but is it going to be more complicated for recovery that there was a plate there, or do you see that stability being an advantage?
The stability is going to be an advantage. On the diagnostic part, when you have metal, when you have hardware in there, it makes the images a little bit harder to read. There's artifact from that hardware, so struggling to get that diagnosis is not unusual. But having that plate did provide some stability, and going forward, it's already plated, so again, it's going to allow for a stable structure for that bone to heal across it. The biggest question is how strong is that plate, because there was a fracture after being plated. We don't know that. There's no way to image that or diagnose that. They didn't mention anything in the press conference that there was disruption of the plate. But again, that'll be something just to watch for in the future.
Thanks for the info. And maybe we won't be talking about collarbones over the next few weeks. That'd be nice. Thank you, though.
Thank you.